player of the insurrection. Here's how the head-spinning bumper car evolution has played out since the election.
They didn't defeat one Republican incumbent, and they lost 15. And President Trump won this election. So everyone who's listening, do not be quiet. He's not president right now. Don't know if he'll be president January 20th. But whoever is, will get the information. The president, he has to make sure that every legal vote is counted, every recount is done, and make sure every complaint or being able to heard inside court. Once that's done, I think the election will be over and the electors will make their decision.
Now that Joe Biden won the election and he's president-elect.
If you want to unite this nation, you've got to start with having integrity in your elections. There is questions out here. What would be wrong with an audit? What would be wrong with bringing the information back so people have all the information to make those decisions? People came here to do some damage. I don't know who they're with, but they came here to do some damage. The president bears responsibility for Wednesday's attack on Congress by mob rioters. He should have immediately denounced the mob when he saw what was unfolding.
Leader McConnell has said that former President Trump and other important people provoked those folks to come to the Capitol. Do you believe that former President Trump provoked?
I don't believe he provoked if you listen to what he said at the rally.
Especially if I was listening, do you believe President Trump should be speaking, and former President Trump should be speaking at CPAC this weekend?
Yes, he should.
Congressman Sweeney?
That's up to CPAC. I've been clear in my views about President Trump. I don't believe that he should be playing a role in the future of the party or the country.
If you challenged Arizona and Pennsylvania, would that have changed and lowered President Biden's numbers below 270?
You supported the Texas lawsuit that would have invalidated millions of votes.
You ask me questions every week. I just asked you a question. If you removed Arizona, but you weren't removing it, you were just asking the question about it. If Arizona and Pennsylvania were removed in the Electoral College, would President Biden's number lower below 270?
No, but Donald Trump said that
the
Congress could have overturned the election.
I'm not Donald Trump. I was the first person to contact him when the riots was going on. He didn't see it. What he ended the call was telling me he'll put something out to make sure to stop this. And that's what he did. He put a video out later.
Quite a lot later. And it was a pretty weak video. But I'm asking you specifically, did he say to you, I guess some people are more concerned about the election than you are?
No, listen, my conversations with the president are my conversations with the president. I engaged in the idea of making sure we could stop what was going on inside the Capitol at that moment in time, and the president said he would help.
That was all one guy. That was all the same Kevin McCarthy, by the way. And it's noteworthy that Kevin McCarthy dodged that last particular answer, since one of his Republican colleagues, Congresswoman Jamie Herrera Butler, released a statement saying that Trump seemed unconcerned by the riot and refused help in his conversation with McCarthy. Quote, when McCarthy finally reached the president on January 6th and asked him to publicly and forcibly call off the riot, the president initially repeated the falsehood that it was Antifa that had breached the Capitol. McCarthy refuted that and told the president that these were Trump supporters. That's when, according to McCarthy, the president said, well, Kevin, I guess these people are more upset about the election than you are.
And fast forward to now, Democrats and some Republicans like Liz Cheney want the January 6th commission to narrowly focus on the events of that day. Well, Kevin McCarthy, in what may be an attempt to take the focus off of Donald Trump's actions and McCarthy's own role, says what he wants is to broaden the scope of the commission to other protests that have turned violent, involving Black Lives Matter and also Antifa.
I think if you're going to have a commission, you should look at the whole broad spectrums. We just went through a whole summer of riots throughout this city.
It is worth noting that this was McCarthy back in January.
Some say the riots were caused by Antifa. There is absolutely no evidence of that. And conservatives should be the first to say so.
Again, the very same Kevin McCarthy. So whether